The stolen treasure. Jake loved to collect shiny things. He had a box full of coins, buttons, rings, and other trinkets that he found in the park, on the street, or in his attic. Jake called them his treasure, and he was very proud of them. He liked to show them to his friends and tell stories about where he got them and what they meant. One day, Jake decided to hide his treasure under a big oak tree in his backyard. He thought it would be safer there than in his room, where his little sister might find it and play with it. He dug a hole under the tree and buried his box carefully. He covered it with dirt, leaves, and marked the spot with a stick. He felt like a real pirate hiding his loot. The next day, Jake went to check on his treasure. He was shocked to see that the stick was gone and the dirt was disturbed. He dug up the hole and found his box empty. Someone had stolen his treasure. He felt angry and sad. Jake looked around and saw a squirrel running up the tree with something shiny in its mouth. It was one of his coins. He realized that the squirrel had taken his treasure and hidden it in its nest. Jake ran after the squirrel, but it was too fast for him. He climbed the tree and tried to reach the squirrel, but it was too high for him. He shouted at the squirrel, but it ignored him. He felt helpless and frustrated. He wanted his treasure back. Then Jake had an idea. He remembered that squirrels liked nuts. He ran to his house and grabbed a bag of peanuts. He came back to the tree, then threw some peanuts on the ground. The squirrel saw them and crawled down cautiously. Jake waited patiently until the squirrel was close enough. Then he grabbed it gently and held it in his hands. The squirrel squirmed and squeaked, but Jake didn't hurt it. He spoke softly to it and stroked its fur. He said sorry for taking its nuts, but he wanted his treasure back. Jake asked it to trade with him 1 coin for 1 peanut. The squirrel looked at him with curious eyes and nodded slowly. Jake smiled and opened his bag of peanuts. He took out 1 peanut and gave it to the squirrel. The squirrel took it, then ran up the tree. It came back with 1 coin and dropped it on the ground. Jake picked it up and thanked the squirrel. They kept doing it until Jake had all his coins back. Jake was happy to have his treasure back, but he also felt sorry for the squirrel. He thought that the squirrel had liked his shiny things as much as he did. Jake decided to share his treasure with the squirrel as a gift. He left some coins and buttons under the tree for the squirrel. The squirrel was surprised and delighted to see the shiny things again. It thanked Jake with a chirp and a wink. It took the shiny things and hid them in its nest. It left its other shiny things under the tree for Jake. Jake and the squirrel became friends. They often visited each other and exchanged gifts of nuts and shiny things. They both enjoyed their treasure and their friendship.